Hello friends, so today I want to talk to you about the world's largest Ayurvedic and natural healthcare company. Yes, you're right, I'm talking about Dabur Limited. Dabur Limited is also India's fourth largest player in the FMCG and personal care products. When I talk about FMCG and personal care products, its revenue distribution or the net profit distribution, its major contribution comes from its home and personal care. Almost about 47% of its revenue comes from home and personal care. The second part of the revenue, which is the next major contributor of net profit, comes from its healthcare products. And then the third is from its foods and refreshment, which is about 17% of its revenue stream. So when you talk about home and personal care, what does it sell under home and personal care? It sells toothbrushes, toothpaste, Red, Dabur, must have heard of them, Meswak, Babool, Promise. These are the various products Dabur sells under its toothpaste. When I talk about personal care, it has like Odomos to take care, the mosquito bites. Before the mosquito bites you, you need to apply Odomos. And then if you want to have some nice fragrance in the room, you can put the Odonil. Odonil. You can put this Odonil in your cupboards, or you can put these Odonils in your bathrooms or various areas or various corners of the room, and you get a very good fragrance to Odonil. I personally like Odonil. It's not a promotion anyway, but it's my personal choice, which I use Dabur products when it comes to mosquito repellents and when it comes to home care. So when you talk about, we have talked about home and personal care, let's see about the health supplement. So the healthcare majorly contributes to over-the-counter products, where it sells products related to boosting your immunity, and most of these products are Ayurvedic. And if you want to cure yourself from a stomach ache or a stomach digestion problem, it has these products as well. And you want to boost your immunity or boost your various other aspects, you can look into the Dabur website. It has various products of Ayurveda, which it sells under its healthcare umbrella. So let us talk next about food and refreshment. Under food and refreshment, it has Real and Active brands, where it sells fruit juices. It almost has a major contribution of around 60% market share it has in fruit juices. I forgot one more thing. It has Dabur Chyawanprash and honey-based products under its healthcare segment, which is contributing almost about 36% of the revenue. So Dabur Chyawanprash has about 65% of market share. It's amazing, isn't it? Not only this, but very less known fact, it has its vast distribution network. It has its manufacturing units not only in India but outside India. Like it has its manufacturing units in Egypt. It has in the Arab nations, and it has in various other countries as well. It sells its products to around 120 countries, my friend. And very other less known fact is that Dabur has mainly built itself or come up through various acquisitions. It has built its own brand by acquiring companies and then selling those brands in the market under its own name, that is Dabur. So it has not given away the original name. Like for example, in 2005, it took over a company called as Balsara, and Balsara used to sell this toothpaste like Promise, Babool, Meswak, and it also had other products under the brand called Odo, Nil or Moss, Odonil, Odomos, Odopic. So all these brands were acquired to the acquisition of Balsara in 2005. And through its wide distribution network, because it already had its own products under Chyawanprash, Dabur Chyawanprash and honey. So through the same network, through this wide distribution network, it could then promote these other products after acquiring Balsara. So after the acquisition of Balsara, that is in 2005, then in 2009, it then acquired a company called as Fem Pharma Limited. So by acquiring Fem Pharma Limited, it got access to home care and personal care products. When you talk about soaps, when you talk about hair oils, all comes under the FEM name. If you have just noticed, when you buy a product under the name FEM, you should recollect that it's actually being promoted by Dabur and manufactured by Dabur. So these are the old acquisitions, but the last acquisition, recent acquisition in fact, which makes its portfolio even though more masaladar, I would say, and that acquisition is Badshah Masala. So Badshah Masala was its recent acquisition so that it can take a step into its 25,000. That is the worth of masalas or spices and condiments in our country. So it's trying to grab a portion of the market share in the masala segment. Even though the current revenue and net profit of Badshah Masala might be, close to around, the sales part is around 189 crores, but nevertheless, Dabur has a long-term perspective. It has a long-term perspective to grow the CAGR of spices and condiments of Badshah Masala at a rate of 20% year on year. So by the period, 5-year complete, it has a revenue or a sales growth of almost around 700 crores. And obviously, since the gross profit margin of Badshah Masala is much higher compared to that of Dabur, then obviously this acquisition is a great value to Dabur. It can build on its EBITDA margin as well. So these are the various acquisitions of Dabur, and as you see, Dabur has this acquisition plan, which it does, quite kind of after almost like 5 or maybe 10 years period. So that is the long-term goal, after building its cash stream, it acquires company and build further its revenue and profits by promoting these products through its existing distribution network. It's almost similar to that of Hindustan Unilever. Hindustan Unilever also, I would say, is like more of a distribution company. It acquires various brands and companies and then sells these brands and products of these companies through its existing distribution network. And same thing, almost likewise, is what Dabur is doing. And why reinvent the wheel, right? Why reinvent the wheel to manufacture new products which will be new to the market? The customers will have to again think about whether they should go ahead with this product or not, rather than going with established brands which already have their presence and good customer recall. Go for those brands and then try distributing in its existing distribution network. So that is all I wanted to talk to you about, my friends. So in case you have liked this video about Dabur Limited, please click the subscribe button and look forward to all my subsequent videos, which I would be taking up on various other companies. Nevertheless, this is not a promotion. This is not a buy or a sell call which you need to take when I'm educating a particular company. But it's just for you to know your company. It's like know your customer, know your company, KYC of the company. Okay, in case you need to know any more details about Dabur, please hit the comment section and I'll be glad to write back on your comment in this very description box. See you then. Until then, bye.